Guys, it's Abby, and my group and I's third test that we will be conducting is the flexed arm hang and pull-up test. Now, this is a means of measuring one's muscular endurance, and as a component of fitness, muscular endurance is defined as the muscle's ability to be able to perform continuous movement without fatigue. Now, my article that I chose to review was conducted in 2021, and the primary purpose of this study was to explore the effects of caffeine intake as an ergogenic aid and how that plays a role on muscular endurance and muscular strength in females, which right away I knew I was going to love this article because there's not enough research done about female athletes. Female athletes are usually the underdog to society. Like, we kind of push them to the side, which in all reality, we need more publicity, and as a female, like, you need more research really needs to be done on female athletes. So caffeine is a well-known household item. I mean, like, all of us as college students probably intake a little too much caffeine, if anything. The study also mentions the term ergogenic aid a lot, so I took it upon myself to do a little more research on it just because I didn't think I knew a lot about it, but I guess I did. I knew a little more than I thought. So ergogenic aid is just like a process or a substance. It could be legal or illegal, but that overall enhances an athlete's performance. Now, what I did not know though is that it's classified into 5 categories, which there's mechanical, there's psychological, which is like music, when we put music into our ears when we work out or perform. It does overall enhance athlete performance, which honestly makes sense. There's also physiological, which is like blood doping, pharmacological, which is like what I thought it was, anabolic steroids, which is an illegal substance, and nutritional, which caffeine falls under, along with like whey protein and like creatine. So overall, the researchers hypothesized that caffeine would be an effective ergogenic aid for muscular strength and endurance. And this study took a meta-analysis approach, which means that they pretty much took the findings and the data from previous studies and they just kind of meshed it all together to do their own research on it. So the way this study was set up is there was a main meta-analysis that took all of the articles and all the studies, put it together. They also divided it into subgroups that focused on upper body exercises, like with muscular strength and muscular endurance, and another subgroup that focused on lower body exercises and how caffeine plays a role on 1 rep max of a squat, and muscular endurance as well. So I probably should note that all of the studies that they researched, that they like analyzed, they did more of like a caffeinated versus placebo effect, which is what it sounds like. So some subjects got the caffeine supplement and there was others that got the placebo. And overall, the findings were pretty interesting. Overall, like the main meta-analysis of muscular strength and muscular endurance, they found that there was a significant ergogenic effect of caffeine on muscular endurance and muscular strength. And within the upper body, it was the same. They found that caffeine played a significant role in upper body strength and muscular endurance. But however, it is noted that lower body subgroup, they really didn't find a difference between the caffeine and the placebo, which I thought was really interesting, especially within like muscular endurance and muscular strength. Like neither of them, they didn't find a difference between the caffeine versus placebo, which I did see, however, later on in the article that they didn't find a difference, but however, it did favor the caffeine. So maybe not much of they probably found a difference, but just maybe a little difference. So it did favor the caffeine. Overall, like what we can gather from this article in this study is that caffeine is an effective ergogenic aid and has a significant effect on muscular strength and muscular endurance within female athletes. even though further research needs to be done on something like this, I think overall more research should be done on female athletes in general, just because, like I said earlier, they're kind of pushed aside. Like, female athletes need a little more publicity. We need to, as a female myself, I need to be more of an advocate for female athletes. So yeah, thank you for listening.